sun. Will you open your eyes? It's a wonder what you'll find with an open mind. You may be surprised. Yeah, gotta get away from this illusion for the sake of the world. This delusion, it's gotta go.
I know I'm on. I'm just messing with you. Happy New Year. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Atheist Experience. We are live. Today is January 3rd, 2010, which is really weird to say, and I don't know. I'll get over it in a couple weeks. Hope you all enjoyed whatever holiday season you did or didn't celebrate. Maybe you got some time off. Hey, we got music again. We like Brian Steeksma's song, Listen to Reason, so much that he wrote for this show that we wanted to play part of it twice. But yeah, we get tons of email. Who does that song? You know, what's that song that you've got for the intro? It's Brian Steeksma. I get so much email about it that I even created a Google auto response so that when somebody asks about the song, I can just click my canned response and send them over to his MySpace page. A Canadian musician who's brilliant and a fan of the show wrote that song specifically for the Atheist Experience. We used several other songs from him as intro music for both shows over the past 6 months or so. And we're very thankful for that. And we're glad that so many people like it and ask about it. And Brian is glad as well. This is the Atheist Experience. We're live. It's a call-in program. We'll have the number up for you shortly as soon as I get some of the regular announcements out of the way. As I mentioned, Happy New Year, and a special Happy New Year to Beth. Hi. She's watching now. And since I get to say whatever the hell I want, I thought I'd say that. All right, so it's a live public access show, and if you don't get through on the telephone today, or you don't want to get through on the telephone today, you can also email us at tv@atheist-community.org. I'm not Tracy. I promise. She's way better looking. Tracy's over there. You can email tv@atheist-community.org. That goes to myself, the co-host, most of the people behind the scenes. We can't promise to answer all of them. We do read all of them, including emails that come in immediately before the show asking for retractions. Somebody was upset, and there was a very serious issue that they wanted a retraction for, and that is that I have stated on many occasions that Christianity has been dragged kicking and screaming into the 21st century. And his point was that this is only true in the first world, that there are Christian groups, especially in African countries, that still label children as witches, and clearly they haven't been dragged into the 21st century. And he's correct, but I'm speaking in a broader context. Yeah, there's all sorts of atrocities going on with all sorts of religions, including Christianity, in lots of different places, and we'll get to all of that a little bit later. That's one of the reasons for the show. The Atheist Community of Austin is the sponsor of this program. You can find the ACA at the website www.atheist-community.org. You can find information there about upcoming events, everything from our regular monthly lecture series, which happens on the first Sunday of each month. The February lecture is going to be Dr. Jennifer Whitson talking about patterns in everyday life. That's February 7th, 2010, at the Austin History Center, located at the corner of 9th and Guadalupe. Every other Sunday we'll be at Romeo's on Barton Springs Road beginning at around 11:30. We have Atheist Happy Hour every Thursday beginning at 7:30 or 7 o'clock at the Dog and Duck Pub. And after this program's over, we get together for dinner at Threadgill's at 301 West Riverside Drive. We're on the air till 6 o'clock. We normally get down to dinner around 6:30. Any atheist or atheist-friendly person is welcome to join us at any of our events. You don't have to be a member to attend. As long as you're not coming down to preach, proselytize, provoke, you're more than welcome. We invite theists, people who want to have continue discussions, as long as they're not coming down to disrupt the dinner. Because mainly, one of the reasons that the Atheist Community of Austin exists is to support atheists in the Austin area. This show being broadcast simultaneously over the internet, and we'll get those addresses up as well, has brought us to a larger audience than just Austinites. And so we're very thankful and appreciative of the interest from people around the world. the email that we received, and from people in Austin who watch the program as well. Obviously, if you are in United Arab Emirates, you're not going to be able to come to Threadgill's tonight, but if you're in Austin, you're invited. And there's usually plenty of room, plenty of fun. It's a good opportunity to come down and have drinks and dinner and some discussions with like-minded people. It serves the primary purpose of the ACA perfectly. There's a lot of P's in that paragraph.
Yeah, like preach, proselytize, provoke.
I added
the
more.
P's.
Add more all the time. I got a slight echo just for the folks in the booth. In addition to this program, the ACA also sponsors a bi-weekly internet audio podcast called The Nonprofits. For more information, you can go to nonprofitsradio.com. That's P-R-O-P-H-E-T-S. The address is up on your screen now. The Nonprofits it's gone away. The Nonprofits be live January 16th to start the 2010 series. It's hosted by Dennis LeVay, features Russell Glasser, myself, camera juggling. There we go. We do, though, for all those people, for the audiophiles who have been sending us email about how to correct things, we're aware that last week's podcast has audio problems. I don't know exactly what's being done to fix it. One of the things that we've done is we went out and purchased new microphones, so feel free to let us know whether the audio quality today was better or worse. We're incredibly optimistic that it'll be better since we actually spent money. So that's all of the announcements that I have.
Okay.
Do you have any announcements other than the fact that I didn't announce who we were?
No, they
Yeah.
put our names up.
Yeah, I'm Matt Dillahunty, and this is Tracy Harris,
Hey.
and we are here live. And now I'm going to actually just turn it over to you.
Okay.
So what did you bring in for us to discuss and ramble about?
We're going to talk about childhood indoctrination.
Good.
And part of the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I think that there's a lot of misunderstandings when we get emails or I see postings by atheists who were never indoctrinated.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times they have a lot of difficulty understanding how can a person believe the things that we hear these Christians saying. How can, I had this discussion, this person said this or that to me, and how is it possible that a person could believe this?
Yeah.
And
even recently there were emails of like, I figured out that this God stuff was nonsense when I was like 12. How is it that people make it all the way into their adulthood believing this?
right, and at the same time, I've had people write in and say, I think this sort of people that are raised in this, they're just messed up for life and they're never going to be okay again. And I'll write back and say, well, I was raised in this and Matt was raised in this, and you really can come out of it. Now, whether or not how that impacts you once you've gotten out of it, it's almost impossible to say because you can't ever go back and be a person that wasn't indoctrinated. So you don't really know, I guess, until the day you die, how it actually affected your entire life.
You won't know then either.
Yeah, you wouldn't know, but I mean, you would go through your life and die not knowing, I guess is the way to express that. So I wanted to just sort of go through very superficially what happens with an indoctrination and how that affects people. And of course, people are different genetically, people are different environmentally. You're raised in a different family than someone else is raised in. You have different influences. Somebody else has different teachers, different grandparents. So it's impossible to say that every person, it's like you said, one person might say, I was 9 years old, I opened up the Bible, I started to read it, and I thought, this is garbage, I can't believe this, these are fairy tales. And, someone else at 9 years old is concerned that they're going to go to hell. So you just can't, there is no one size fits all, but there certainly is a theme and a method to indoctrinating children.
Yeah.
So
we indoctrinate them into all kinds of things.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And sometimes for good reason and good benefit.
Right, absolutely. You indoctrinate people into a lot of different things, but this is specifically to explain how, when a person is not indoctrinated and they're really sitting there and they're sincerely asking, how does a person believe this? This is what I'm hoping I can get them to at least get a grasp of how it's possible that a person could come to believe this. And there was something else that now it escapes me. It was just for a moment. There was a question that had come up in one of the emails, and I was trying to remember what that was. But I can't. If it comes to me later, I'll just go ahead and bring it up. But I want to start out with childhood thinking, and someone had sent us a link to an article that appeared in the Wall Street Journal, and it was called The Power of Magical Thinking. And it was just a little bit of a summary about a study on how children understand reality from fantasy, and at what age they understand differences between things that are real and things that are not real. And it was one of the things that they used was the garbage man and Santa Claus, because they said most children see evidence of the garbage man, but they don't ever see the garbage man, just like they see evidence of Santa Claus, but they don't see Santa Claus.